Coming off of a third place finish in the Copa America, it's time to ship some of these players off to greener pastures, starting with Wilfred Zaha. He's an 81 overall 30-year-old worth $9 million, and FC Bayern is willing to give me 7.5 for him. I know it's asinine to get rid of your best player, but honestly, he's never lived up to his overall. Sakaja was actually who I thought he would be. So for me, it's kind of easy now that he's over 30. It's better if we could get him to somewhere he can finish off the rest of his career and be happy. So what I'm going to do now that I have $49 million is I'm going to try to bolster this roster with a couple good players that can basically pick up the slack of the guys that I've shipped off to this point. So obviously, I'm going to be going to the MLS to look for these players. You've seen me play with the Team USA Red Bulls, so it shouldn't come to be a surprise to anyone as to where I'm going to look for these younger, talented players. And so, what I want to do is get a couple of players for that $49 million instead of just one or two big name players. So the first player I'm going after is Kyle Mayhew. He was a star in the 2022 World Cup. He had 3 straight games with goals. He's an 81 overall, 23-year-old striker. The next player is Ty Garza. He was a star for us in the 2023 Copa America. He had 4 straight games with goals, and he's also an 81 overall, but he's 25 years old as well as a striker. So that's a little redundant, but I think that's going to help what I'm trying to accomplish in terms of being more attacking and goal scoring. The next player we're going after is Tom McKenzie. He's a 76 overall, 23-year-old center back. He played on the national team. Obviously, he was more of a sub. And the last player I'm looking to go after is Gabriel Steris. He is a 71 overall, 24-year-old goalkeeper that played on the Red Bull for me in my last year. And so those are guys that when you look at the salaries, I believe they can be very useful for this Crystal Palace team. I thought of some other players, but I knew it'd be difficult just with them already being on bigger and better clubs. Our first offer for Mayhew didn't go through. They're wanting 20.5 for him. And I'm willing to go to 20. I mean, he's actually worth 15, so they're robbing us either way. And then the offer from McKenzie was approved, so now we just got to get his contract settled with us. Obviously, he's going to be a crucial first-team player, and that's going to be a deal breaker. So one thing that's cool is they're all around the same age. We got 2 guys at 23, one at 24, and another at 25. Our boy Murray is trying to get out of West Brom, which is crazy. So I think he went over there real young. So the offer for Mayhew was accepted. We just got to get his wage and contract with us settled. And he's really good. I mean, obviously, if you've been paying attention to the series, that boy was a problem in the World Cup. And then now the offer for McKenzie has gone through. We just got to add him basically to the team. And then that's really all that's going on right here. Nothing crazy. And it's weird because Mayhew kind of came on strong just out of nowhere because 2018 was out there doing Meyer. But the contract for Garza was accepted. And so now he's kind of the older player that we're going after, but we still could get him for like 4 or 5 years. And so far, it looks like we should have 3 of our guys that we went after on the way in. The only one I haven't seen anything for yet is Steris. And I did it all at the same time. But we're going to simulate here against Everton. Hopefully, the Steris information comes in My boy Barkley's injured. The heck? That's crazy. I guess he's not injured because he's right there. He came in the game. I don't understand what the hell. We tied though. Hazard pulled his hamstring. We got a transfer offer for Kai De Silva. I mean, that's not a bad offer. It's actually way more than what he's worth. I don't know why I don't just get rid of him. I really don't know why I didn't just sell him right there. That was kind of weird that we kept him. Might be because I don't want to get my butt kicked too bad without having anyone really right now in between trying to get some new guys in. And slowly but surely we're getting there. So finally the Mayhew contract was accepted. We're going to add him to the team. So that's number 2. And we paid $20 million for him. Then now the Gabriel Steris contract is going through. Now we just have to get his contract with us figured out. And that's basically it for today. Guess that's cool. We're getting it together slowly but surely. And then the Ty Garza contract is going through. We ended up paying $16 million for him. He was only worth 11.5, so they kind of robbed us. But I mean, we know what we wanted, so we paid for it. And the same thing with Steris, paid $4 million. He was only worth 2.6. I mean, that's smart. That's what I was doing when I was with Red Bull. I wasn't robbing people like that. But at the end of the day, we just signed 4 core players, 2 strikers, a center back, and a goalkeeper. Like, that could really set us up for the future, especially after getting rid of a couple guys. That's perfect. These guys all played for me at one point together at Red Bulls. So, I mean, there's obviously going to be some synergy there and understanding there. They're all coming from Red Bulls right now even. And so I think it's just very simple. 3 of them coming from Team America or Team USA, whatever you want to call them. Now we finally get into the Capital One Cup. Nottingham Forest beat the crap out of Exeter City. They beat them 5-0, so they're not going to be a pushover at all. And we got our new guys in there, all starting. And we end up with the 3-0 win. Mitchell King, Mayhew, and Garza all score. So there's no better storybook beginning for what just happened in terms of what we accomplished in the transfer window. That was perfect. So we got some recruiting or scouting to do. I believe these are all French players. And then this year, who should our guy be, if I'm not mistaken? It's not Barkley, is it? Bro, I'm so confused because remember, so yeah, we're going to sign our guy now here because remember, everything kind of got slowed up because of Copa America starting right as the season started. So yeah, it's not Barkley. Barkley was last year's guy, if I'm not mistaken. This year should be Velasquez. So here we are in the Capital One Cup against Barnsley. We should take care of them easily. And that's the only thing I just randomly thought about that could ever get in our way. It's just injuries. Because when you look at it, we have a stacked team now. Garza gets the goal. And I felt like these 2 guys, Garza and Mayhew, were going, head up against each other, head to head, I guess, to try to be the leader of Team USA for the last 2 years. So to get both of them, is just a blessing, I believe. So we're going to end up playing this matchup against Aston Villa. This is a tough team. It's a good opportunity for us to kind of test out what we got going on here in the Capital One Cup. And this is going to be your first look at basically our new core four. I mean, we still got some other guys that could play that's been here for us, like Mitchell King. But yeah, we're moving in another direction. It's about to become, Team USA Crystal Palace or Eagles, actually. So let's see what we could do. First matchup with these new gods. And I don't know, normally that's what people do, like the bigger clubs. They'll go and get the best players from other clubs around the world and just put them all together and see if it works. I think what we're doing is a little bit different because we're putting a couple guys who already have played together and known each other on a new club. So that's a little different in terms of camaraderie and knowing each other. It's way different. Now, obviously, they still have to get adjusted to these Crystal Palace teammates, but it's way different. They don't do that. Like, Real Madrid won't go to, I don't know, for example, like a Osasuna or like one of those clubs, or Bilbao or Atletico Madrid. They don't go to those clubs and say, oh, well, let me just get their 3 best players all at once. They'll most likely just get one from each of the 3 or 4 clubs and just stick them together. But we still got Williams. We still got our core guys that we've had that has made Crystal Palace successful. So it's not like we're starting over from scratch. We just had to get rid of a few. Just good offers we couldn't refuse. And we still got basically everybody. Vanderbergen's still playing. Hazard's playing, our young guys. And actually, that's the tragedy. When you really look at it, the guys that are missing out are going to be the young guys. So we had Barkley in there playing. He's going to be out the way. Especially when you have Garza scoring in almost every game he plays in, I feel like. You got Yochim. He's going to be, I don't know, because he actually played in this game right here at like a midfield kind of position. Garza with his second goal. But yeah, Barkley's really the guy that's going to be affected the most, I guess. Now that I'm thinking about it. And then our young guy, Velasquez, who's supposed to be taking over right now, I think he's going to be affected as well. Because when is he going to play? At what point and where? If he's supposed to be a striker, an attacker, we're beating Aston Villa right now. I'm not going to take Garza out or a Mayhew out, regardless of the situation. Ain't no way it's going to happen. So, and I believe I'm in the right time. I believe I'm talking about the right guys. There goes our boy Walsh. Is Kulik still on Aston? Because I remember looking at it and saying, hey, dang, Kulik and Walsh both ended up being on the same team. I don't know, bro. I'm so weird. I didn't even really look, to be honest. Like, normally I look at, not really who the other team has, but I don't know, bro. I didn't even check this time. So Garza is the man of the match. I'm really trying to figure out if I'm even thinking about the right time period. That's where my brain is at right now. Because I haven't seen Velasquez at all. I don't remember signing him. I don't remember anything. Like, I feel like when we were doing the whole Copa America, like, everything was just happening way too quick. And then right here, we're already in the round of 16 for the Capital One Cup. That was quick. Just came out of nowhere. But we'll see. I don't know who got hurt. A Mayhew. Out for 4 weeks, bro. What did I just say? The one thing that's going to mess us over is we have these guys now, but it's going to be injuries, bro. That's crazy. No wonder he didn't score. But Garza did his thing, holding us down. And that's the weird thing about, soccer is we only really need one striker, but I'm changing to a new tactic and a new formation to where we have two of them. So, good thing for us, we still got Barkley that could step up and do his job, and then hopefully we could be able to get Velasquez involved. So it's not going to be a situation where that new formation I'm using is not going to be effective. So, Capital One quarterfinal. We are going against Manchester City. This is no joke. Like I said, coming over here to begin with, this is why we came over here. And ain't no running. It's time to play. I don't know. Is this the first time we're going up against them? I do know it's some bullcrap because we don't got our full squad. But, well, no. Amayu's back. There he is. He's back. Velasquez is coming off the bench. Okay, bet. And then in this matchup, let me be proactive because last matchup I forgot that we had a guy on the opposite side. This matchup, Insua should be on Man City. So I don't know if he's going to start. I don't know if he's going to score. I don't know anything. I just know he's on the other side and I want to be way more proactive going forward because I don't know how I'd be forgetting about our players, man. The guys that we went to Spain and Netherlands and scouted for months and all the hard work, and I'd be forgetting, bro, all about them. I mean, not really. When we played in international tournaments, I always remember them. Where is he? Remember he was short as hell? I don't see him. I remember he was short as crap. So I want to say he's that ball short dude. Low key. But we'll see right here when it comes up what number he's wearing and that kind of stuff. I don't see the man unless he didn't get a opportunity this game because they do have it like that sometimes where they'll be on the roster but they won't necessarily be on the match day squad. But we'll see. I don't know how that happens. He's a Spanish national. He's been solid since we sold him to Man City. I don't remember them moving him. Now for us, we got Garza and Mayhew and Vanderbergen out there. And then let's see what they talking about. They got Balotelli out there. No Insua. That's so strange. I mean, it is Man City, though. They have the best of the best in the world. So you can't really question anything they're doing. Well, let's get to the game. Maybe he'll come in as a sub or something. I don't know. But let's get to the task at hand. And we end up scoring. Yo, Garza is like that, man. I don't know how he was in the MLS just wasting away. Now, obviously, I wasn't able to get him out of there while I was there. But I figured, they would sell him. But I guess not. And we ended up getting our butts kicked. 3-1. We're not at Man City's level. A team that in real life won like 3 straight EPL championships. But I don't know. I think it's a crime how they had these guys stashed away on the Red Bull. And I knew they would do that. That's why I tried to get rid of the guys that I did while I was still there. Because I had a feeling like they would just hold on to the better players. So, for example, that's why I was so adamant on getting rid of or shipping guys like Walsh, Magellan, Nuno, Clark, Reyes, Castillo, Miguel, Johnson, getting them to a better situation before I left because I had a feeling, just had an aching feeling, man, an inkling. I had Garza, that was a nice goal. Intuition, that's what they call it. That they would have kept guys like Steris, Balkan, Garza, Mayu, McKenzie, the Witowski boys. Like, I had a feeling, bro, they would just hold on to them for dear life. And one of the reasons why I didn't go after the Witowski boys is because I'm not about to pay $27 million for one player. So Steris, man of the match, even though he got his ass kicked 3-1, I don't know how you give up 3 goals and you're the man of the match. But that just must mean nobody else did anything. So we end up getting knocked out here in the quarters, it looks like, which is still cool. I mean, to even get this far, this early, because this is what, year 3, I believe, with the club, if I'm not mistaken. So, and not even really that, like our full 3rd year, but just to be, like I said, avoiding relegation the last 2 years, that's really what we was doing. We wasn't setting the world on fire. And right now we're in that same position. So here we are. We got some guys. And looks like we're going to go after the 16-year-olds. It's that point of the season already. That was quick. I mean, it creeped up on us. A lot of European, well, duh. I meant to say a lot of English guys. I mean, it's something with an E, right? I just couldn't figure it out. We got a French dude here, defender. The only thing is, though, we only got $3 million left. We spent most of our money already. Just trying to get those transfers in. Junior Boyer might be good for us. Still hasn't decided on a position. And then we got Delgado. He's probably from Argentina. I mean, that's the only thing that would make sense. Oh, crap. We skipped over Marcus Henry, our boy. The man, the world's strongest man. Mark Henry. Forgot about him. My bad. Skipped all the way to Delgado. Because I'm like, yeah, that's the Argentinian guy. What is it? No, is it Argentinian or Argentine? When you talk about, like, what you call people from Argentina. I think it's Argentine. But, yeah. So, something interesting is we got offered the job at Newcastle United, which is very nostalgic, especially since that's the club that Glen was scouting for, or at least he got Santiago Munoz too. That's basically the club that is the center point for football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, in the movie Goal. So that's pretty cool. It's just not going to happen. I mean, they should have came with this offer before Crystal Palace. That would have gave me something to think about, but not right now, bro. We've been with Crystal Palace going on, shoot, this would be our 4th year, but really our 3rd full year. So no, ain't no way. Like I said before, I'm not going to build this club up to jump ship at all. So we're going to simulate this game against Chelsea. I don't know what's going on this episode. I'm simulating a lot of weird games. I don't know why. Like, just random games. Just, hey, we're going to simulate this one. You know what it is? It might have been, I'll be honest, like, I get so freaking tired. We got our ass kicked, by the way. Like, bad. That boy Lukaku is a problem. But I've been so tired, man, like, doing this. Like, since it's almost 30-some episodes, I feel like I glitched out on myself. Like, with certain things, like, there was really no reason to show that. I guess maybe it was one of those things where I tried to sim to the next point and I had to show that game. I guess that'll probably be the reason. I don't know. Southampton just got sold. And then obviously it made the news that Newcastle approached me. Our boy Barkley hasn't been playing. And like I said earlier, that's the only downfall of going and getting these new players is guys like Barkley out the rotation easily. And like I said before, Velasquez hasn't even played to this point. So one thing I'm going to do now, I guess, is kind of look and see if there's anyone else that we could transfer list, see if we get some more money, and really make space. So remember, I just signed a few young guys. I don't think all of them signed with the club. I don't think we have the space. So it's going to be on the defensive side. These guys that are 79s and, I mean, whoa. Ain't no way in hell I'm getting rid of a 79. I mean 69s. Because if you look at it, we got a couple 70 overall defensive players. So these 69s and 68s, they're actually expendable. It's not egregious. It's not like, oh my God, yeah, we got to get them the hell up out of here. But, I mean, if we get a couple 100,000 for each of them and our starting center backs our 70 plus. Then there's Kyle Da Silva. I bullcrapped. I could have got 1.7 for him earlier this season, and I said, nah, I'm gonna wait on that. And then age and all those kinds of things, I was like, nah, he still got some time here. But now that I'm looking at it, he's 30, so I'm tripping. And he's really not that good. So I feel like I messed up because I could have got money for him a while back. Right now, like I said, I'm just moving them because I need to make space for especially some of the young guys that we could have just signed that didn't sign with the club yet because there's no space. So now we're going up against Cardiff in the FA Cup. And it's crazy because, right, this is like the third cup already. It feels like this season. I don't know, man. This England stuff, especially being in the EPL, I feel like it's going even faster. So we beat them 1-0. Mitchell King scores. And that's what I said, too. A guy like Mitchell King is having a career with us that is way better than what he did in real life. So I'm happy for him. Hazard's complaining. That's all you're going to see, bro, as we go through. I'm letting y'all know now, bro. People just going to be complaining about playing time. Because there's a lot of good players that's, what the hell you want me to do? I mean, I can't play all of you. And I'm damn sure, like I said earlier, not going to take our 2 stars out for no one at all. It's not going to happen. So now we're going against Wolverhampton in the FA Cup. Another situation where I think we could simulate. We should be able to beat Wolverhampton. I'm not too concerned with them at all. We got all our guys. No one's hurt. Hazard's been starting. That's another one of those guys, basically like in Sua, that we ended up getting from being good scouts, bro. Like, he's not a main player for us. But we end up winning 2-1. Garza scores. DeVille scores. DeVille is a young guy that we found from, I believe, Belgium, which is all sick because I think Hazard, Vandenbergen, and DeVille are all from Belgium. Velasquez from Argentina. Barkley's from England. And at least they're there on the squad and they can just get subbed in. Because I've seen other instances, especially with me simulating a lot, where these young guys will just be out of the way. So, Garza suspended again. McKenzie's coming off of suspension, and then Hazard wants more money. Yo, this is starting to become like a reality TV show, bro. It's always something, man. Garza bullcrapping finally scored since like earlier when we signed him. I don't think a Mayhew has been putting on either, bro. A Mayhew about to get me heated, bro. Because I remember he was supposed to miss some time with that injury. He's been back, and I feel like he hadn't really been putting on, bro. So we got an offer here for Flanagan. That's one of those left backs, and we'll let him go to Ipswich. I mean, they're not a threat to us. We'll get 700,000 or 600,000 for him. My bad. So he could go there. They're not a threat at all. And that's the only guy we got to sell. So back to the FA Cup. We're going against Cardiff. Is this that aggregate situation? Oh, no, that's Middlesbrough. My bad. Hey, man. I ain't no real England fanatic. I thought that was Cardiff. That's why I was like, why does it look like a aggregate situation? Let's go. I just was talking shit about a Mayhew. Said that man was wasting our damn time and our money. Because Mayhew was the one that we paid 20 for. Garza was the one we paid 16 for. So yeah, I'm like, man, you need to give us our money's worth. So he hit a penalty and then a normal goal. So good. Just was talking shit about you. My boy listening, man. And so now, FA Cup, we got QPR. That's a good little matchup for us. So I'm going to play it. I think we could beat them, but in case we don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give us our best opportunity. I like to be able to try to help if I can. Looks like a Mayhew's not playing, so we got Velasquez and Barkley in this matchup. So, shoot, we got all 3 of our stars so far for Crystal Palace because Vandenbergen's been starting for us all year, which is kind of crazy because I could have swore Vandenbergen was a wing. But he's been starting all year. Shit, we found a way with our new, what did I call it? Our new, not tactic. our new formation. I found a way for him to start. Shoot, Hazard's been starting, so I found a way to keep at least Vanderbregen happy. And like I said, he was our first guy that we got when we came here, so it's important. It's just Barkley literally plays the same position as Garza and Mayhew, and same thing with Velasquez. So it's kind of hard to get those guys in there, but this is going to be Velasquez's first real run this season. That's why it's important that the other guys for FIFA, because, yep, they're not really getting to shine, I feel like. Because Barkley did his thing last year. He probably, to me, is one of the most impressive young players, especially to do what he did at the EPL level. He wasn't doing that shit against the MLS and Chicago Fire and Columbus Crew, bro. He was doing that against actual English teams. And I didn't want to say Man U, but I don't remember who we played, but I'm pretty sure it was teams like that. Tottenham. So Garza, Velasquez, Barkley, DeVille, Mitchell King, Van Bergen. Those are our main guys. And then, well, Passfield. Williams ain't even playing. I don't know why they showed his graphic. That's crazy. And I don't know. They don't really got nobody I'm fearing when it comes to QPR, excuse me. I mean, yes, we'll see. Because I damn near don't know not one of the players they got on their roster, but we'll see. Shoot. They're supposed to be a formidable opponent. It ain't supposed to be a cakewalk. Barkley gets an opportunity here for a penalty, and he makes good on it here in the 45th minute. We're down 2-0, so we needed that. Good job, Barkley. Like I said, this dude's special, man. I feel like almost every time I play and he's out there, he scores. Like, he finds a way. Very resourceful, very good young player, man. Very good young player. With that being said, Velasquez, let's go, bro. That's what I like to see when it's their first real action and they score. That's a really good chance right there, too. He is from Argentina. So, in terms of this series, I know we ended up losing 3-2. But in terms of this series, he got some big shoes to fill. The last guy we have from Argentina, where he at now? Chelsea. He's won the EPL. I don't know if it's multiple times. I haven't really been paying attention, but I know he did win it when we first got to the EPL. He won a World Cup. He might have won a Copa America, if I'm not mistaken. He's like, right now, bro, Xabi is, in my opinion, the best player in the world. And all of the accolades in terms of what he's won says that. I mean, I don't know. This game is so freaking weird. I can't see his stats. I can't see other players' stats. So I'm just assuming, being that he's on all these winning clubs, and shoot, they passing the torch from like Ronaldo and Messi to him, I would say. Because right now, I wonder how old he would be. Because when we found him, he actually was young when we found him, if I'm not mistaken. But he ended up going, for FIFA 2017. So that would have been the 16-17 season. And he would have been with us for like 2 or 3 years. So Velasquez, man of the match. So then by the time he went, he might have been, I want to say he was like 18, 19 when he left us. And that was 2017. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years later, he should be like 25, 26. So he in the prime of his career. And another tournament, another exit in the quarters. I mean, either way, getting to the quarters is no joke. It's like you have to play every freaking team in England to even get to the round of 16. So like I said, we've been doing well. It's nothing to look at and say like you're disappointed and we should have did more or anything like that. This game just takes forever to get from one screen to the other. that's probably all I would not really complain about, but I'd say. So Mayhew was suspended, obviously match rescheduled, and then Team USA wants to talk it over. I think the way how we just played in Copa America, obviously my job is safe, bro. Copa America, we went 3-1-1 and finished in third place. So I'm gonna stall them just because I like to do that. I like to play with them and pause. But here in March we're gonna accept. So I mean, we didn't really take too long and do too much in terms of having them to wait. And that's the thing. I feel like I'm never gonna get this damn England offer. So let me stop bull crapping and just stick with the guys that believed in me and my young guys. So we see Italy here, the European Championships coming up, England here. We don't really have any guys on those teams. On Spain, we're supposed to have Chavez, Insua, and those guys. I don't even know if they made it. Sam is on the German team, so that's cool. And for the Netherlands, Kulik is on there. I don't know if Walsh was on there. I don't know, bro. I feel like every time I do this, so Real Madrid wins the Champions. Every time I do that, I feel like it's just too damn quick. So I can't even tell. We got some contracts here, some guys to re-sign. Mostly everyone important. It looks like they're here for 2 to 4 years, which is good. Even the young guys. But I realized too, like the last couple years, young guys been coming in talking about, yeah, man, I only want a 2-year deal. What the hell are you talking about? I remember when we first started, it was like standard to just give everybody a 4-year. So as you see here, I'm skipping over some guys, man. They need to watch out. I don't see them ever really playing for us, so there's no point to extend or get them some more bread, get them out the way. Guys like Martin we'll keep because we could negotiate and sell him. Don't want to let him walk for free. We got a guy, Hooper, that I'm pretty sure we found, so you ain't going nowhere. Nowhere are you going. You're a 69 overall, by the way. Obadiah, another dude we found. You ain't going nowhere. That's a weird name, being that he's supposed to be from England. So I guess they already kind of figured out, well, we're going to get the guys from Africa or something. I don't know what the hell. Mitchell King, he's been good for us. You ain't going nowhere at all. And then Mabena hasn't even really played for us, but you ain't going nowhere. Like, you over 70? Yeah. You over 70 and you haven't really played? Yeah. You definitely going to be good if you actually get the opportunity. So, yeah, you ain't going nowhere. And then here we are at the end of the season. So let's look at the numbers. I feel like this was a very long season. Where the hell did we end up finishing this year? Wasn't it 10th? I'm not sure. I swear I'm not sure. I think it was 10th, if I'm not mistaken. And then I can't even tell you what's going on with the goals and stuff right now. I'm so confused. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, we finished 10th. And then here, I don't know. I don't feel like we're ever here on the top of the list for anything. But here, when we look at our own team stats, we'll see. So Mitchell King, 3 goals. Garza, 6. Mayhew, 7. Barkley, 5. And Barkley really didn't even play. That's the crazy part. Vanderbugen had 2. DeVille had 2. Hazard had 6. I mean, we got guys that wasn't even really playing, scoring, bro. And there was some assists in there for, especially for Garza and Mayhew, but we're just gonna run down the goals real quick. And then now let's go look at the cups that we got to. What was it? The quarters. So first things first, we got the FA Cup that Chelsea ended up winning. So add that to another thing that Chabi has been able to do. Like I said, man, it's weird. Yeah, like no one we have really stood out in terms of, here we're looking at the leaders, not none of our guys. It's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like, there's so many good players in the EPL. It's sick. And everybody scored. So, I mean, shit. Even with some of these tournaments where you have the whole EPL, the Champions, League One and League Two, and then there's a Capital One Cup that we got to the quarters as well, I believe. Man City won that and Chelsea lost in the championship. So, I don't know. Hooper's pissed. I just realized it said that on there. Man, shut your punk ass up, bro. Don't be pissed about nothing. That's how people get loaned out, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's how people get sent out and end up in, like, freaking Austria playing. Because you just want to play, right? All right, cool. We're going to loan you out to Austria. It would be cool, I think, to loan them out to a smaller club in England. That's what a lot of guys do. I think that's how Zaha became a good player for Crystal Palace. Daniel Potts, I don't even know who that is, bro. Could retire. Go ahead. And then, amazing season. All they wanted us to do was avoid regulation or relegation. Ended up 10th. So we moved up 5 spots. I feel like our first year and then, first year in the EPL and then last year we kind of got stuck in the mud and hit like our ceiling quick, I feel like. But then, as you saw here, we went all the way up to 10th. So part of it has to be the core 4 we brought in. I didn't expect anywhere or any way that if we got rid of our better players like Sakaja from the jump and then Zaha after the Copa America, I had no idea that that's what would be the outcome to be an even better club. But we did getting a better goalkeeper is very important, right? Getting a better defender to throw into that mix, because we was only using like 3 main defenders, was a good thing to do. And I think, honestly, if Sakaja was our second best player, he was our second best player and Zaha was our third best player, I think the 2 guys we brought in, both alphas, helped. Because there was games where, I don't know, like I said, I was questioning the Mayhew, like, what the hell are you doing? And then there was times when, like, the press was questioning Garza, even though to me, I felt like he scored like every other game. So, shoot, you put them 2 together and lean on me when you're not strong is kind of the first thing that comes to my mind. And, shoot, the team's better for it. Can you believe we're already in 2024, bro? It's crazy. We're already in like June 2024, which is sick. Because, damn. It kind of took a little while, like I said, obviously being 20-some episodes, but now that I'm looking at the reports and stuff where it's saying May 19, 2024, like, damn, God, we've been playing that long, bro. How many years is that? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 13 years, bro. We've been playing this game. But I'm excited to see what we could do. And there it goes, the end of another one of my videos. Thank you for watching. See you soon.